Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. This is Josh.
Hi.
And today we're talking about the HobbyKing Mosquito. Bloodsucker.
But it's actually the airplane.
Okay.
Yes, the Havilland Mosquito, a British marvel of engineering. This plane is actually comprised of wood.
No.
Yes.
No, you.
Dead serious,
there.
man. This is
No,
actually
this is
the
a foamy.
nickname. The wooden. No, not this one.
This is a foamy.
No, the real one was made out of wood.
The real one, what? This is what we have right here, and this is a foamy.
This is the model. The real full-scale version. This is a scaled-down version.
Oh.
It's made out of wood.
Okay.
And actually, like I said, they actually nicknamed it the Wooden Wonder because it was comprised of mahogany and, believe it or not, balsa wood, which is most of you guys out there know that are into models, is what we build our airplanes out of. So you got a plane this size, a twin-engine bomber, that is just amazing, but it was predominantly wood. The wing surfaces, fuselage, everything was wood.
And how many forests they get rid of for that?
They actually, from what I understand, it could carry a higher payload of bombs than a B-17 bomber, which is 4 engines and much, much bigger.
Okay.
And they're crazy fast, too. They could actually keep up with a Mustang pretty well.
All right.
Which is not a British airplane, but for speed issues.
Yeah.
But it's really, really well made. This plane went together beautifully. It fit beautifully. I think it's out of, as far as the foamy, the looks, it's probably my favorite one. The finish,
Really?
The paint doesn't flake on it. It's very rigid. It is heavy because it's EPO, but it does fly very, very, very nice, and you guys are going to see that shortly. Unfortunately, the beautifully scaled cowlings are covering this, but you have twin 750 kV motors up here. It's a very efficient, very powerful setup, and this is an EPO plane, so it's really heavy, but it does power it quite nicely. You're not going to be going vertical with this thing, but it does fly incredibly scale.
Cool.
So you'll really like that.
Check out the retracts down here.
Yeah.
Huge.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we pop back in?
Yeah, let's put the battery in and show them how it goes.
These are sequential retracts, which means basically
It's got lights.
it has lights.
All right.
All right, we'll just hold that up there. Why don't you hold it up for everyone?
Sure.
Basically, the nice thing about this is a real scale feature is the retracts, rather than just sucking up real fast, they're actually timed. So the doors close really, really nice and smooth. Beautiful. And it's also nice for transition in flight too, because oftentimes when they snap shut real quick, you have a really immediate change in characteristics of the airplane.
Right.
This actually flies a lot sleeker when you do pull the gear up. So it's nice that it kind of transitions slowly from the gear down to gear up. Now, there is a downside to the retracts, and I think you saw when you were looking at the retracts what they were.
Yeah, there was a crack in this little guy right here. So I don't even know how did he fix that?
Basically, what Chad
It's like
did is
shower drain hair.
it does look like shower drain hair, but that's actually carbon fiber strand pulled from carbon fiber cloth. He wrapped it around and then soaked it with CA. Now, you guys have seen the gravel runway we have that we take off with. I hit a couple big rocks, and that was actually after the first takeoff and landing. We inspected the gear, and it didn't cartwheel or anything, but we just inspected the gear to see how it looked, and there's already cracks forming. So I strongly caution you to fly in a smooth area as possible if you want them to last. Now, they also make a fixed gear version of this. So if you guys have a rougher field or a grass strip and you're worried about the retracts, it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's like 15 bucks cheaper. Get the fixed version. You're going to lose the scale appearance, but at the same time, you're not going to have to do any repairs.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, the nice thing about this plane is it builds really nice. It builds quick, actually, too. But the best thing is to see it in the air.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get it in the air and have some fun with it.
Okay. Josh, what are these holes here?
Oh, I was gonna spring that outside for you.
What?
What's your favorite thing you want to put on airplanes?
Weapons.
Weapons. I didn't put the last detail on
wow.
this. You like that?
Yeah, little guns.
Yeah, go ahead and put that on there, brother.
I'm sure they probably don't really shoot or anything.
You know what? They don't shoot, but
You
boy,
can't
they
have
look
everything,
cool.
you know? So they just
Just
pop right
literally
in?
friction fit in there. If you guys want to keep them on permanently, I'd probably put a little drop of hot glue or epoxy in there, but they fit right in there. Real nice detail is those actually move back and forth, and they actually shadowed around the gun, which is a really nice detail
Really?
on it. Yeah, that's really cool.
All right.
And now all the scale purists are happy too.
We mean business.
All right, ready to fly?
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Which
Time to have
way?
some fun. We
This
are
way?
going to go this way.
Okay.
Now, like I told you guys earlier, this plane is not meant for grass or bumpy strips, and this is really pushing it too, but this is the best we have, and the neighbor's so nice to let us use this runway. And it kind of looks scaled too. You know, they didn't have the nicest areas to fly off of, so it's pretty darn cool. So, basically, we checked our controls, and one tip I'll give you guys before I take this off is don't be lackadaisical on it. Get up to full throttle pretty quick, and it'll jump right into the air, okay?
Good punch, yeah.
Yep. All right, you ready?
Yep. There's a hill. There you go.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, just making sure.
As you can see, it's not overly fast. You're gonna be flying right around 3/4 throttle to full throttle the whole time, and we'll get the gear sucked up right now.
Nice.
Now, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to fly this slow. Keep it, like I said, 3/4 full throttle. Cruise around. It's going to give you about 7 minutes of flight time. And
it's heavy?
It is heavy, yes. But it's just a really great, it tracks like an arrow, as you can see.
I'm standing here. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Does that make you nervous?
Just a little bit.
I like to blend a little bit of rudder input in with my turns to fly coordinated, and it really is great. I mean, it's definitely not a beginner. I would say you need to be a strong intermediate because the landing, you do need to carry throttle the whole way and fly it all the way to the ground, and it touches down nice as can be. Rolls and loops, I'll be honest, it falls out of the roll pretty severely, and loops, it has enough power, but you gotta gain so much speed. Just fly it and have fun with it.
Can you do like a mosquito pattern?
A mosquito pattern, like a little hover around your neck thing?
Yeah.
You want me to get it around your neck?
No.
It flies beautiful. Just a little bit of coordination in the turns. You can bank and yank it, but if you really want to get that nice scale appearance, I'd highly recommend just
rudder.
a touch of rudder. I mean, when I say touch, just think about the rudder. That's basically it. Hey, you want to show the gear a couple times?
Yeah, drop it down.
All right, we'll do a pattern right by us here.
Okay. Mosquito pattern.
And there it is.
Nice.
Don't you love how those gear doors go down?
It's cool. It is cool.
And as you can see, it does fly in a pretty compact area. All right, now, why don't we go ahead and set it up for a landing? What do you say?
Yep.
One thing I'd recommend, carry throttle all the way down. Turn my runway. Well, that wasn't pretty.
Bumpy.
One thing I'd recommend is carry throttle the whole way down. I did lack off of just a little bit to slow down my speed a little bit, but I generally carry about 1/3 throttle, fly it to the ground, and it'll actually hold a beautiful flare. If you try to dead stick it, you'll get no flare out of it whatsoever. You need that air going over the elevator to give it that nice cushiony landing. And it's actually very easy plane to do that. As long as you keep about 1/3 to 1/4 throttle and manipulate that. Don't drop the throttle until the wheels are just about to touch down and you're right above the ground, and it'll float in real gentle. It's also a good way to save your landing gear too. If you want to put the least amount of stress, you don't want to drop it in and have that shock load of instantly having to make the wheels roll and handle the load. If you do that, it'll fold back.
Right.
It'll stop and fold back, and you don't want that. You want to let it gracefully touch, almost spool up the wheels, and let the weight slowly disperse on the wheels.
Okay.
You could have done that yourself, couldn't you?
You're a hands talker.
Huh? All in all, if you like the Mosquito, which I do, definitely get one. You will not be sorry. It has nav lights on it. It has great retracts. It is a strong intermediate level airplane, but it's very, very fun to fly.
Cool.
It's cool. I would love to give you the controls, man, but this isn't one that's not ready for you yet.
Right.
But we'll put it in the stash and let you take it on later.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds fine.
All right.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and thanks HobbyKing for
Yes, thank you,
sponsoring this
HobbyKing.
episode. And make sure you guys subscribe to our channel on YouTube,
Yep.
and we'll see you later.
Put another battery in.
Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Holy cow.
All right. That looks
Wow.
great.
That's like you're really into thing.
It's struggling though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Holy.
Too heavy?
Well, worst case scenario, we get to see what it looks like flying a real airplane crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Man, it
I'm
looks.
climbing.
You can see the engine itself though. It is
Yeah.
so detailed.
Looks
Oh,
just like the Millennium Falcon.
Doesn't it?
Going to
Man,
Lightspeed,
you're doing
shoot.
amazing.